Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the Ravens versus Titans Week 9 matchup based on analytics. Each week, I collect all of the current 2017 NFL team data in order to analyze and project potential NFL performance. Since it's a weekly collection, there will always be some variation each week as each season goes by. However, there will always be little nuggets of truth that become bigger nuggets of truth as the season continues. So stick around as I analyze each week's matchups based on analytics. And if you're new to the channel, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So starting with this matchup between the Ravens and the Titans. When you look at the NFL stat basic comparisons, and basic comparisons is essentially looking at how the offense is doing, how the defense is doing, how the special teams is doing, all those other sort of factors. And most of the data in this game favors the Ravens team. So let's get into some reasons why. First off, though, it is important to note that the Titans do have a better offense. When it comes to turnover ratio, how many times or turnover percentage, for the Titans, they don't turn the football over as much as the Ravens do. The Titans are also better when it comes to sack percentage, which is basically, how many sacks they allow. And, again, the Titans are better in that respect. The Titans are also better in terms of offensive score percentage. The Titans do fairly well in terms of putting points on the board on every single offensive drive. But where the big differences come up is realistically on defense. The Ravens have a much better defense in terms of preventing points from being put on the board. The Ravens have a better defense in terms of creating turnovers on defense. The Ravens are better in terms of creating sacks. The Ravens are also better in terms of creating interceptions. And those are big deals. Most of the games that the Ravens have been able to win this year in impressive fashion have come from games where they were able to get a ton of turnovers, a ton of picks, that just kind of swung everything to their way. So in that respect, the Ravens are a very unstable team, in those respects. So from that from that perspective, that's the big that's the big dividing line. Is you have one team that's very offensive focused in the Titans, then you have the Ravens who are much more defensive focused, and then when you get to the special teams aspects of things, the Ravens have better special teams in terms of punt return yardage and kick return yardage. On top of that, they also are better in terms of defensive kick return yardage. The Titans do have the advantage in terms of defensive punt return yardage. Field goal percentage is also more so with the Titans. Extra point percentage is with the Titans, and punting average is with the Titans. So I would say that special teams is a little bit more split between these teams. The Ravens definitely have it in terms of defense, and the Titans definitely have it in terms of offense. But it is close enough to say that I wouldn't say it's too close to call, but there are a lot of factors that the Titans could end up doing that could help them win this football game, if that makes any sense. So this is a close enough football game that I don't think it's going to be like a blowout of the Titans or anything else like that. I think it's close enough that it could really go either way, because if the Titans offense does well and doesn't turn the football over and doesn't allow sacks that create detrimental plays, then they could get the upper hand in this game because of how anemic the Ravens offense is. However, if the Ravens do create turnovers and they do create a lot of plays to get the ball back into Marcus Mariota's hands, then I do think that you'll have some success, if you do that. Or not Marcus Mariota, but Joe Flacco's hands. But overall, again, the overall data, the overall NFL stat comparison data does favor the Ravens slightly. It's about a 57.17 versus 51.34. So like a 6-point difference really between the two. So not a big difference indeed. Then, of course, you look at micro matchups. So looking at completion percentage data for the Ravens versus the Titans. In this particular area, I would say it's pretty evenly matched. Pretty even in terms of first down, pretty even in terms of second down, and third down is the only area where the Titans have somewhat of an advantage for their defense. But overall, it does favor the Ravens mostly in terms of first down situations, it's more even based on first down and second down situations. Then, of course, you look at the Titans' offense versus Ravens' defense. In this respect, the Ravens' defense is favored here. on first down and third down situations. So again, big matchup, big key matchup is the Titans passing offense versus the Ravens passing defense, and so far a lot of the data does favor the Ravens passing or completion percentage defense. Then of course you look at rushing downs, Ravens offense versus Titans defense when it comes to rushing downs. In this area, the Titans defense are actually favored here. The Titans have a slightly above average running defense or rushing defense. So I do think that the Titans, will have some success stopping the run against the Ravens. Then, of course, you look at the Titans offense versus Ravens defense in terms of rushing downs. And in this area, the Titans are actually favored here in terms of first down situations and second down situations. It's pretty much there for the Titans in those two respects. Then, of course, you look at passing downs between the Ravens and the Titans, and in this area, I would say it favors the Ravens, but the Ravens are not amazing. For example, the Ravens are almost the worst passing team in terms of creating first downs on first down, and they're going up against the defense of the Titans, who are the worst defense in terms of preventing first downs from being created on first down with the pass. So that respect, it does go in the Ravens' favor, but it's just how much do you really want to put in their favor because of how poor the Ravens are? I don't know. It's a tough call to make, but I would say it does favor the Ravens slightly in terms of first down and second down situations. And of course, you look at the Titans offense versus Ravens defense when it comes to passing downs. And again, key matchup, big matchup in this game between first down, second down, and third down. Ravens have the advantage here. So this is going to be a key down and distance. All these downs are going to be important, but I do think it might be more so important because of a lot of different sort of factors. But overall, this is going to be the key matchup here. If the Titans don't have a lot of success against this Ravens passing defense, then I think that there is a good shot that the Ravens could end up winning this game. And again, this is why the Ravens are favored, is because of all these sort of different factors. Then, of course, you look at sack rate for the Ravens versus Titans, and pretty much favors the Ravens here. First down, second down, and third down. The Titans just do not create a lot of sacks, which is why the Ravens are favored in that respect. Then, of course, you look at sack rate of the Titans versus the Ravens, and the Titans are favored here in first, second, and third down situations. Then you look at interception ratio, Ravens offense versus Titans defense, and in that respect, the Titans defense is favored on first and second down. And then lastly, you look at the Titans offense versus Ravens defense, and the Ravens defense is actually favored on first and third down. So overall, my general feelings about this game, I think it's going to be a Ravens victory, and I don't feel good about it. I don't feel amazing about it because I do like Marcus Mariota as a quarterback, but I don't think that this is the year for him in terms of his offense. I don't think there's enough playmakers. I don't think there's enough things going right for it. You just saw the data with the passing data in terms of first, second down, and third down situations. This just looks like a game that is going to be in favor of the Ravens. I just see this as a game that defensively they match up. The Ravens passing defense specifically matches up really well with the Titans. And a lot of the success the Titans have had is in terms of being able to put points on the board on every single possession. And I don't quite see that working out that well, in this particular game. So again, from that perspective, that's just my general feeling here, is that even though the Ravens offense is anemic, and even though they have a lot of, this is the thing about this offense, man. If the Ravens just had a decent offense, I think there'd be a lot of success with them, but they don't. And again, it's not like they don't have any success at all. This defense is really good. It's just when your offense is so anemic in terms of running, being able to run the football and passing downs, and the inefficiencies with Joe Flacco, and the inefficiencies and injuries with the wide receiver core, and all the inefficiencies and injuries with the running back core. There's so many factors just compound on this team to really hurt it that it's just kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a big waste, but you don't want to waste this, is all I'm trying to say. The Ravens have a defense that could legitimately contend for a Super Bowl. They have enough talent on this defense to do some really cool things. But because they don't have a quarterback and they don't have the type of offense that can consistently get you wins, you're always going to have this inconsistency issue. And, again, at best, the Ravens could go 8-8 to finish the season. They could win the division. I mean, there's so many different scenarios for them, but ultimately, all the scenarios don't end up with them in the Super Bowl because of the quarterback and the offensive inefficiency. So, again, but anyways, I still think this is a Ravens victory. I just think the Titans have such a bad defense, and I think Marcus Mariota is and this Titans offense is good, but I think that because of how good this Ravens defense is, I think they're going to be able to create, get some opportunities, create some turnovers, which I think will favor them. So I think this would definitely be sort of a Ravens victory in the ability to create turnovers and create havoc and then ultimately get the W. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.